The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. On the ground, it's the rookie out of Florida. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted right away. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out in the tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Come on. Hey. Cougar 19. Cowboy 80. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Back to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
What's up? 21. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
2nd and 5. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshon Judkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fighting through at the 25. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Harrington. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Browns defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Purdy. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That is incomplete. team's at 6-5 now on the year. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jordan Addison, 60 yards. And the Browns are able to widen their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Seahawks 3. Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Up the middle they go. And it's a fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Here's Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Harrington. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Darnold. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. As he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Darnold now to throw. That one caught. It's Horton. Touchdown, Seahawks. Torrey Horton, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. 2nd and 6. Trying to lay one up deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 55 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
On first down. Here's Jenkins.
And he stopped immediately there.
A tackle made by Boye Mafe.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2nd and 10.
Get set.
Now they'll change things up.
53.
Now Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Judy.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Jerry Judy
From 13-yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now Darnold.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
To throw is Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go, son. Oh, lady. Yo, lady.
And Darnold just beating the play clock.
That is caught.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Again, Darnold.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. They give up the middle. Jenkins.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Jenkins, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Julian Love. Brings up 3rd down.
Play action. Now Purdy.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jordan Addison
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And that flag accepted.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
That's down the field. He's got Arroyo.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's taken in by Arroyo.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Darnold to throw again.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here's Purdy.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They get the penalty yardage back, plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5.
Throwing here, Purdy.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 61 yards. And the Browns take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks 10. Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
All right, big problems there on the conversion. A poor snap. It's no good.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them in the turnovers, they've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Darnold. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And he comes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll drop to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Back to throw here.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Here's Darnold. And his throw is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
3rd and goal. Try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
They'll set up to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 4th down, Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
53.
An inside run with Jenkins.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Purdy now to throw off the play action.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
The Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
He'll take it at the 42. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Back to throw, Darnold. That is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
An empty backfield now on 3rd and inches.
Here we go, son. Red 80.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 22. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Yellow 80. Check. What's the back out? Here we go, son. Hey, son.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now it's Darnold. That's complete right around the 8. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7.
Darnold now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Here goes set.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Elijah Arroyo
From 10 yards out.
And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is down to 24.
Seahawks 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10. And they're on 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
They'll give it to Jenkins.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And it's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
18, watch out! 21.
Purdy off the play fake.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jordan Addison,
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
and the Browns have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Darnold from the gun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw is Darnold.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Seahawks 1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down.
Throwing again is Darnold.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, man. They're putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Darnold.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Fairbairn set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Over the dime looked on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Here we go, son. Ready? Hey, son.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
A very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
That's another Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And he's got Smith-Njigba.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember. At least they keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Extra point by York is up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is a chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now a 2nd and 2.
They'll set up a throw.
He finds Smith-Njigba. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Here's Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. One last throw now for Darnold.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Browns, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, that first win remains elusive. They dropped to 0-12 now with the loss here. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Do
you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once. I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a that's bringing me down. I went to a... He said my life's a bore. So quit my wife because it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps